Hey pups, RP here, and today we're looking at the Pokemon inspired by monsters. So one or two of them I could only find from Mythology, so this may or may not count as a part 2 to the Pokemon inspired by mythical creatures video that I did a while ago. I'll leave a link in the description below for that one. But I picked the ones that I thought to be the scariest and more monster-like. And yes, I know monsters sometimes count as mythical creatures, but still, it's my videos and I do what I want with them. So if you have a Pokestine you want on this video, please comment below and let's get started. To get us started, we're going to begin with Type Null and Silveri. I probably mispronounced that and I am sorry. As if it wasn't obvious enough, it was taken from the inspiration from the very famous Frankenstein monster, with these two Pokemon having different body parts like eagle and dragon's feet and a fishtail. So this is basically Pokestine in a nutshell. Like if Pokemon and Frankenstein were mashed together, those two will be it. It also takes inspiration from the Griffin, which are very cool and I want one. Our next Monstermon is Midnight Form Lycanroc, being based on the werewolf or wolfman. And if you know me this well, you should know that I am a werewolf fanatic. I've always wanted a cool looking werewolf Pokemon for a long time, and Sun Moon granted that wish. Look at this thing! It's freaking cool! I want it! I want a pet werewolf Pokemon. Forever and ever and ever. Up next we have Golbat. I know I could have added in any other bat Pokemon on here, like Zubat or Gliscor, but Golbat, at least to me, looks more like a Batmon that looked more like Dracula or just a vampire in general. Just look at its big ass mouth and its fangs! It's so freaky, dude! I could definitely see a vampire or Dracula having this Pokemon if Dracula was in a Pokemon game as a gym leader. You know, that's actually not a bad idea for a ROM hack Pokemon game. Somebody make that and I want to play it. The next Pokemon we have is Parasect, the Zombug Shroom Crab. I've already mentioned this in a previous video that it looks like the spore zombies in The Last of Us. But if Pokemon was a zombie game, Parasect would be the main zombie in the game. The next Pokemonster we have is Cofagrigus. It's technically not a mummy per se, but with its design and knowing the mummy ability, yes, that is the name of the ability, I'm not making this up, it's basically a mummy Pokemon. But if you come anywhere near this Pokemon, it will turn you into a mummy and you will die. Don't get near it. Up next we have Sableye, being based on two things, gremlins and alien gremlin things. No, I do not know the actual name of it. The story goes for the second one, as that when someone tried to shoot at them, they weren't affected at all. They just deflected off of their bodies. Kinda like the Saiyans in the Dragon Ball series. They can deflect bullets. I'll link the full story in the description below. These next two are Milotic and Primarina. They look like mermaids, but they're based off of the Siren. And maybe mermaids, they're based on both of them, so we're gonna go with the Siren one. Sirens are described to be beautiful women and luring sailors with their singing, and eat up people while they sleep. These mermaid imposters may be beautiful, but they aren't very nice. And if a siren doesn't have the appearance of a mermaid, they are the head of a lady with a bird's body. If I saw a bird with a lady's head, I would just throw a rock at it and run away. There are even stories that say that a siren's silence is the worst. Just why? Humans made these stories up. They're not nice stories. Last, but certainly not least, is Darkrai, the infamous nightmare Pokemon. Most of you could be wondering what monster inspired Darkrai. Well, I'll reveal the answer. Darkrai's inspiration came from the Boogeyman, the Monster King himself. For anyone who doesn't know or has forgotten the infamous legend of the Boogeyman was a monster created by adults to scare kids if they misbehaved. Oh my Arceus, that is so mean! Parents, why do you do that to your kids? You're not supposed to scare them, you're supposed to comfort them if they're scared. That is not nice. Can you make them behave any other way? Just by giving them spankings, timeouts, restrictions of fun things like video games or something? But what a majority of us believed as kids was that the Boogeyman was just a guy who just came in your sleep in nightmares and just put nightmares upon you and just scared you for the heck of it. But in reality, parents would scare their kids into behaving by saying things like, the Boogeyman punishes kids for not doing their chores. The Boogeyman punishes kids for not doing their homework. The Boogeyman punishes kids for sucking their thumb, etc. Plus, there's multiple versions of the boogeyman, like the Jersey Devil, the Sack Man, and the stories set in South America. Oh geez, I'm gonna butcher the heck out of this name. Namahage in Japanese stories. I butchered that, and I am sorry. And a bunch more that are countless to name. Needless to say, Darkrai is the king of the Pokemonsters, and is the real shadow of the moon at night, filling our dreams to the brim with fright in the Pokemon world. Well, it's all the monster Pokemon I have, and if you survived the spookiest scares, good for you. If you didn't, I'm so sorry I scared you. Today's fan art is by Lucario06, and it's mega kawaii as per usual. If you want your fan art featured, my social links are in the description. Please follow me. I need more followers. I also have a Patreon, so if you want to support what I do, please become a patron to my Patreon today, and I'll see you later, pups. This is our peer reminding you to stay awesome, stay strong, and stay beautiful.